Good afternoon and welcome to the first broadcast of Season 2 of GHTV. I'm John Patty.
And I'm Nathan Schubert, who will be joining John today. And here are some of the top stories from this week.
At least 50,000 Ontarians could be out of work because of a higher minimum wage. Ontario's financial watchdog has released a report about the high cost of this pay increase. What groups will be most affected by the job losses? Well, according to the report, teens and young adults. The Wynne government will increase minimum wage to $15 an hour in January 2019. Critics say the jump was too much, too soon, and that the province is not prepared to deal with the consequences.
Doug Ford will run for mayor in a 2018 rematch. Brother and ex-city councilor of the late mayor Rob Ford said that last Friday he wishes to run for mayor and has vowed as mayor that he would give Toronto the lowest taxes in North America. Ford accused Mayor John Tory of letting city spending skyrocket. Campaigning for the mayor position does not start until May 1st. Until then, Ford can talk about his intentions for mayor, but cannot fundraise, buy ads, post election signs, or spend money on his campaign. Election Day is October 22nd, 2018.
Health Canada is moving closer to banning trans fats. Next September, manufacturers have to stop using partially hydrogenated oils in their products. They are the main source of trans fats in processed foods. The ban could save up to 12,000 Canadians over 20 years. Both Health Canada and the Heart and Stroke Foundation celebrated the news. The United States passed a similar law that will take effect in June.
A Regent Park shooting has been declared as targeted. Reports came in early Saturday morning as gunshots near Gerrard Street East and River Street. One man was found dead and another man with non-life-threatening injuries. The case has been handed over to Homicide Investigations Unit. No arrests have been made. Anyone with information is encouraged to call police or Crime Stoppers.
A man who fell 25 feet in the Eaton Centre was installing stairs in the mall. Police responded to the incident that occurred last Friday at 12:50 p.m. The 34-year-old was attached to a harness that broke where he dropped from the second floor. He was rushed to the hospital only to die a few hours later from injuries. Another man working on the same project also fell but only suffered mild injuries. A member from the Ontario Ministry Board and an engineer did an assessment over the area of accident on Monday.
The father of a 6-year-old boy has subjugated to an Amber Alert is currently in hospital. The man is under arrest after his son was found safe while under an Amber Alert issued on Thursday. The boy's mother has also been found dead in their Quebec home since the alert. Quebec police continue to search for another man connected to the events and urge witnesses to come forward.
Travel times from Toronto to Montreal may be cut from 5 hours to only 39 minutes. Technology company Hyperloop One announced that the Toronto to Montreal route is one of 10 winning Hyperloop proposals. A Hyperloop is a high-speed train that uses magnets and electricity to eliminate air resistance. This allows for trains to go at speeds matching that of an airplane. The teams who submitted the winning proposals will work with the Hyperloop One to further develop their ideas.
In world news, British authorities have arrested a second man after a terrorist attack in London. The 21-year-old is connected to the underground train bombing that injured 30 on Friday. The first suspect is 18-year-old who is in custody for allegedly preparing an act of terrorism. The London Metropolis Police say the investigation is making rapid progress. Meanwhile, the UK's terrorist threat level has been brought down from critical to severe as of Sunday.
Now here's Brandon Vieira with your entertainment update.
Hey John, I'm so excited to be back at GHTV, and oh boy, did the Hollywood gods give us so much to talk about on our first week back. This past weekend was the biggest night in TV, the 69th Primetime Emmy Awards. The show was filled with history-making moments as well as some cringeworthy ones. Let's start off with the good. Donald Glover won 2 Emmys, one for Best Actor in a Comedy Series and another one for Best Directing for a Comedy Series. Glover is the first black person to ever win an Emmy for directing a comedy. Another history-making moment was made by Lena Waithe. She is the first black woman to win an Emmy for comedy writing. She won the award alongside Aziza Ansari for their work in the Thanksgiving episode in the show Masters of None. Riz Ahmed, who won an Emmy in the Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited Series or Movie category, also made history by becoming the first Asian man to win an Emmy for acting. The Queen herself, Nicole Kidman, also won her first Emmy for her role in Big Little Lies and delivered a powerful message to her daughters about domestic abuse in her speech. Now, all these moments were phenomenal, but there are 2 moments that I couldn't help but cringe at. First off, the Emmys cut off Sterling K. Brown in the middle of his speech. There are many words I could use to describe how upset I was when they didn't allow this beautiful man from This Is Us to speak, but we don't have enough time for that rant. Also, Sean Spicer made a surprise appearance, which was uncomfortable. When he appeared, the crowd at the Emmys was just as uncomfortable as the crowds he would address during his press secretary meetings. I think I speak for many when I say, Sean Spicer, please leave the holiness that is award shows alone and go home. That's a wrap for the Emmys this year, but make sure to tune in next week for even more Hollywood gossip. I'm Brandon Vieira, and this has been your Entertainment Update. Now here's Alex Hansiuk with his take on this new season.
It's a new season here at GHTV, and now is the perfect time to look back, reminisce, and run through a list of 5 resolutions for the upcoming year of programming. Number 1 on the list has to be not getting murdered by Warren. But what kind of a show would we be if we had the same finale 2 years in a row? A good show, that's what. At number 2, my dreams of stealing Brandon's job so I can talk about the sweet, sweet entertainment stuff. Like the Britney Spears and the Brothers Full of Jonas and Simple Plan and Beanie Babies. I'll figure it out when the time comes, but you know what, Brandon? Watch out. Number 3 on the list is avoiding another mass green screen epidemic a la episode 2 of last season. And trust me, you owe it to yourself to go back and check that one out. And don't worry, all current cast members have had their shots. Numero 4 is to learn your Spanish, yo. Just kidding, I promise not to put you all through that or any sort of offensive thing like that. And at number 5 is to actually celebrate people's birthdays. So happiest of birthdays to Brandon Vieira and Warren Schlody. And they'll be going home with a brand new car. So claps up. Oh, we don't have any cards left. Okay, we gave out the last of the cards, but free subscription to GHTV for Brandon and Warren. And you know, since it's such a generous day, such a happy mood, this offer's been extended to all of you watching now. So check out GUHU Media page on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Help us kick off our Brandon new season with a bang. Back to you, John and Nathan.
Thanks, Alex. Apple has revealed the newest iPhone, the iPhone X. Newest features of the iPhone X include an edge-to-edge screen and facial recognition. The phone also does not include a home button, and users must swipe upwards to return home. The iPhone X is about double the price of the previous phones, selling for more than $1,000. The launch of the iPhone X marks the 10-year anniversary of the first iPhone. The iPhone X is expected to hit stores by November 3rd. And that's all for Top Stories this week. I'm Nathan Schubert.
And I'm John Patty. Thanks for watching.